Alrighty, so let's start this little Zatsudan of mine right here. As you can see here, I have this nice little note. This nice little big note over here because I love being a man. I don't think there's anything more badass than being a man. Can you imagine not being that? What's going on, guys? What's happening? By the way, thanks for the follow. Thank you, thank you. We're gonna learn how to be a man today because you know what? I just wanted to give a nice little lesson. Think of this as a lecture. I'm gonna lecture all of us. We're all gonna learn how to be a man for me. How do you even use power tools? Well, Pig, we're gonna get to it because it's so badass. That's the whole point of this stream. We need to learn. We're gonna be learning. I'm using the ghost bin so we can get things just running. Like it's nobody's business, right? That's what we want in our lifetime. How to use power tools and to be a badass. I don't even know where my power tool there it is. There it is. Power tool PNG right over here. Look at this. Look at this. All right. So, let's start off with first. Why do you want to be a man? All right, this is what we're doing first. Why do we want to be a man? The first thing, why do you want to be a red-blooded man? Number one reason. Because it's badass. Why is it badass? Well, being a man and being a badass is both, the same thing. Because if you're a badass and you're a man, that means you do everything that's damn cool. And then you could slap another man's ass like they're done playing a baseball game, and it's one of the best things you could ever watch. I mean, who wouldn't also want to do something like that? I think that's absolutely fantastic and great. And another thing, here's number two. You won't be a little bitch. Can you imagine? So after you slap a fellow badass red-blooded man's ass like you're done playing baseball in the locker room, the next one is you won't be a little bitch. Why would you be a little bitch? Like, think about this, guys. I want you all to kind of think about this. Imagine just sitting there. You're sitting there, clawing your way for something, and you realize at the end of it, you're a little bitch. You wanna know why you're a little bitch? Because you decided to go instead of some Bud Light, like a red American man, like a Bud Light thing like this, you decided to get a wine cooler. Or a White Claw. No. Do you see this? This is a 12-pack. Over there, you could get this for $3.99 on sale. Don't get Miller or Coors. That shit's for babies. Only real men drink Bud Light. That's how you do it. You go to your tailgate parties for the NFL, you're getting some Bud Light. That's what you want. We don't want any of that bullshit. Don't be a little bitch. Bud Light. You see this? You could crack open a can right now. If you got any beer on you right now, I won't shame you if you don't have some Bud Light. Clearly the king of beer. You want to cheers to me right now for being a man? Cheers. And you guys ready for the next one? This is the next thing we're about to do. So the next one is, that's why you're not a little bitch. Number 3. This is the next one. Are you ready for this? Yeah, I am alive. Yeah, what's up? What's happening, guys? Yeah, hi. Hi. Welcome, you came to the right stream. We're talking about how to not be a little bitch. You have VB right now. It's the Australian equivalent. I'm glad you do. This is what you do. Alright, so number 3. So number 3 about this is what the most important lecture point is. Make sure you smell like a ham and cheese sandwich. Ham and sandwich all the time. I can't stress this enough. What smells better than a ham and cheese sandwich? Like, imagine you're going into the kitchen. Do I make cologne? No, you rub the sandwich on you. You rub the fucking sandwich on you. What do you think smells better? Cologne or a ham and cheese sandwich? No. You get the ham and cheese sandwich. Let me paint a picture, guys. So clearly you have this power tool right here. This is a drill. You can go to your local Home Depot, Do It Center, or anything that is something with wood and lumber in it. That's what matters the most. Make sure you get yourself like a hunting jacket. from like Filson or like Pendleton or Woolrich. That's what you want to do. You get yourself a hunting jacket like that. You either get it in buffalo red, and you make sure you get it vintage, because if you get that new age shit, it's not going to be wool. It's going to be some low grade cuck polyester blend with cotton. No. You want wool. Wool. Wool, wool, wool. You see this power tool? You know what this power tool does to bitches? Yeah, you drill them. You don't want a bitch. You don't want any bitches. This right here is going to be strapped to you at all times. What do you mean, wait, what? What are you implying? No, you're not, obviously you're not killing them. You're drilling them. Come on. Why would you why would you kill? A real man doesn't do anything like that. Unless you go to war, and that's okay. It's okay if you go to war. Then everything's okay to do. Or if you're getting robbed for some reason. It gets rid of them because imagine doing this drilling noise in the middle of their ear. Isn't that the most, like, annoying thing you could ever do or hear? Like, imagine this. That's fucking badass. You can feel... Can we get a testosterone? Alright, everybody in the chat, I want you all 1.3 of you, let me know if your testosterone boosting is happening right now. I'm literally giving you free range, hot-blooded American test right now. Right now. This is what I'm doing. You see this lawn in the background too? I mow that every single goddamn day. Well, I take my pack of Bud Light and I throw it at the local mailman in sombrance of our brotherhood. And, you know, go up to him right there, smack on the ass. That's what we're doing. You're more woman than you ever was before? You know, I'm glad you're more woman. Because right here, Bud Light, I'm having a can right now. That's all that matters to me. This is what I'm married to. This is mine. Bud Light. Man, that's it. But like I'm saying, you're in the kitchen right now. Obviously, you're not... I'm just gonna... How can I word this in a way that doesn't really break Twitch TOS or break anything? Why is it manly? Because you buy it for cheap, pig, and you can have it. I'm sure somebody as poor as you could do that. God, how can you be a fellow man if you're already questioning things? Now, let me explain this to you in the greatest way possible I can, while not sounding like this ironic stream that maybe even go full circle into full-on sincerity, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so you're going to find somebody that gives off the GFE, the girlfriend experience, right? And so somebody's giving off the girlfriend experience, and if they're being such a GFE, that means you say to the fellow VTuber GFE, I'm oxygenating your blood. Yes, so you get the GFE, right? The GFE is then making you a ham sandwich. Ham and cheese sandwich. So you're getting them to make you a ham and cheese sandwich, right? Then what you do, then you rub it all over your body. Make sure you get your armpits, your sweaty ball sack, and once you do that, now you're going to be really, you can have it grilled. If you're ironic all the time, is it still ironic? Pig, this is a lecture stream. I'm giving a special event Zatsudan. Yes, you are exerting dominance at this point. That's all that matters. And then at this point, I swear to you, you walk in that local Home Depot, you're looking for your power tool pack, you're gonna smell like a fucking badass. You're gonna be giving it off, then everybody's gonna be crowding around you like you just hit a home run at a baseball game. That's what's gonna be happening. That's the secret about that. And your Oshis, guys, this is gonna be VTubers too. Your Oshis, you don't need them. You don't need Oshis, guys. You need this. See? You don't need this. This is what you need. Right here. Right here. That's just idolatry at this point. Yes, it does. You hit the taint, the gooch, the gurndle, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you see these two? You don't need the Oshihen anybody. You don't need idolatry. You need this. You need this fellow brotherhood right now. That's what's going on. Do I have an Oshi? Well, of course I fucking do, but that's okay. It's ironic, guys. But this is what you need. Power tool, Bud Light. See, you're criticizing the Bud Light and saying blah blah blah, but this is the tried and true trademark of a man. You can't get any more man than this. And especially if you smell like a ham and cheese sandwich the entire time. I think that like adds a benefit of it. So now we're gonna go to our third option, our fourth one. Actually, you know, this is gonna be third and a half. So our third and a half for this lecture is make sure that let me move this up here. Let me move this right over here. Right here. All right. Okay. So make sure that you never ever indulge into anything for the Twitch TOS is sexism or an obscene content. I don't know, probably both. But all I'm talking about is just being a man. That's it. Anything. This is why I have man as a Twitch tag right now. Have you seen my Twitch tags? This is literally all you need. But let me keep going. Let me keep going, Pig. You're asking so many questions right now. This is insane. I'm just trying to give a heartfelt lecture. So, and never indulge into anything involving idolatry or that goes against the power tool code. And I will explain why. Okay, so this is incredibly important. This is incredibly important, guys. So we have this thing, this idolatry, right? You like certain people, and you maybe even worship them on a next level basis, right? Is buying a VTuber a plushie against the code? Nah, it's okay. You could do that. Nah, you could buy a VTuber a plushie. You could do that. But make sure you buy them a power tool too. All right, listen. This is the most important part. This is where it gets like stringent, guys. So listen to me. So when you have an Oshi, and I know people do. You want to get them a plushie, but here's where we draw the line. Make sure you buy them lumber, power tools, so they can learn how to do it yourself at home projects. Once your Oshi can learn how to do it yourself at home projects, whomever it is, whomever the Oshi is, I don't know. And if they can do it, you can buy them a power tool, because your Oshi is now welcomed as a red-blooded person that can make the drills happen. Build like a birdhouse or something, or a tree house. Maybe build a shed to keep the rest of your tools. Now, I only have a drill up here, but you need the full box. You need wrenches, you need tools, you need screwdrivers. And most importantly, too, you need to make sure you have some fucking corduroys on. We want some goddamn corduroys on this shit. This is fucking important. And this is where it goes with idolatry. So if what you're essentially doing, everybody, when you're buying your Oshi power tools, you're essentially telling them, you may be my Oshi, but I'm also trying to get you to be a better person by investing into do-it-yourself at-home projects. And maybe if you buy them a can of Bud Light, they can actually go to a tailgate party and then socialize, because they're probably inept at socialization. Or they don't know how to crush a beer can on their head. And I think that's the most importantest thing that we can do about this. So the moment your Oshi can do something like, I don't know, power tool or some shit, that means you're no longer idolizing them. You're on the same level. Do I know how to crush a can of beer? Of fucking course I do. I literally have a can with right. Listen. You hear that? You hear that? Listen, you hear that? That's a fucking can. You know what I'm gonna do with this thing? You want to know what I'm doing with this? Hold on, let me chug this for a second, everybody. I need to get some check-ins. Who here is ready for this shit? Can you crush it? I can crush it with my bare hands. I'm gonna use my fucking head because I'm a man. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not a pussy. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Ugh, so I just drank this whole fucking can. Now listen, you hear that? Right here, right here. I just crushed that on my fucking head. Listen, I am you will never, ever meet a more manly and badass VTuber than me. That's literally it. Who else? Who else? Yeah, Neil. Get some Neils out here, everybody. I'm literally saving the day. I hope your beard grew 3 inches. I hope that. I hope we all grew a little chest on our hair. I hope we all did that, you know? I really do. I truly hope we do. You know what? You know another thing? Let me give some criticizing. Everybody else is playing that new little visual novel game. You know what I'm doing? I'm here with all of you, having a beer, talking about power tools. Let's look at this. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. This is what real leadership is about. And you know what? I cried at Fist of the North Star. I cried when Rao died. But do you want to know what my tear was? It was a single... Yeah, that weird groomer streamer one. I would be doing that, but I'm not, because I'm a badass. This is the fucking epitome of manliness. Welcome. And you know what? When Rao from Fist of the North Star, when he died, I shed a tear. I literally cried. Thoughts on grills. Grills are incredibly important, everybody. Now, I'm going to say this. It depends on your area where you are. I would say if I lived in a colder climate, which I do, I'd get propane. We want propane, right? Propane. Propane. Get propane for colder climates. If not, go with charcoal or wood. You're on the West Coast, charcoal or wood. Make sure that when you get your own barbecue, don't go to Barbecue World or any of that type of shit, right? You don't want to go to Barbecue World. They're going to rip you off. You have to go to a specialty website to get your proper barbecue. And let me tell you this. For those of you that live in places like apartments or whatever, the most important thing you got to do is... I'm so sorry for my fellow apartment people. I'm going to say this. You either use the public park out in the knee-deep ass winter, like a real man would, and you bring your own charcoal or whatever to cook your damn burgers and baked beans on the damn fire, or what you do is you buy a George Foreman grill. What's up, Raziel Hijikata? Welcome. But you light it up right out in the dead ass winter, and you're fine cooking it because you got your goddamn meat, and that's so incredibly important. You know, you're not doing it indoors. No, you're doing it indoors. That's what you're doing. But if you gotta use it, get the damn Foreman grill. It's okay to get a George Foreman, everyone. There's no shame in a George Foreman. No shame. There's no shame in it. Do you want to know why there's no shame in a George Foreman grill? Because George Foreman is a man, and George Foreman was a boxing legend. He kicked some people's faces in, and, punched them. And that's okay. George Foreman provides a GFE. He provides a GFE. He gives you the experience that you all need. And you don't idolize George Foreman like I don't. Because George Foreman is just another fellow man that's out there. He's got his chef apron on that says kiss the cook. But instead, if you try kissing him, he's going to hit you in the head because you got too close in his body space. It does. At least 4 men. Yeah. When my buddy was promiscuous, he referred to his GFs as George Foreman because they wouldn't know. Cooking in a cast iron skillet. That's also a manly alternative. Make sure that your cast iron skillet is seasoned. Preferably, it's seasoned with your own sweat, blood, and tears. And that's the best part about this. So let's go down the list so far. We got ourselves barbecuing, which of course it is. But, alright, let me tell you a little bit why I'm a little bit hesitant about barbecuing. And this is going to lead into some stringent beliefs. The induction stove, Kuragi. I think the induction stove is pretty damn good. I think that's also badass. I think that's manly too. I think that's masculine, badass. That's cool shit. It deserves a Bud Light. It deserves a Bud Light over here. So this is what's gonna happen. Did you leave the propane on and light in after waiting too long and lost your eyebrows in the blast? I never lost my eyebrows because I can survive a blast like that because I would already be naked beforehand. So the only thing I would have lost is a singe upon my chest hair. And then it would have regrown instantly by using the Absolute Man's chest hair and beard growth tonic oil, which is now advertised on Instagram.com. And so now we got to go down the list, guys. Got to go down the list. I do have eyebrows. Are Bud Light the unit of measurements? Yes. Yes, it is. Because there's nothing more beautiful than having a can of Bud Light. Like, you ever go out in nature? Now, here's the most important thing is, as a man, you have to wear incredibly short shorts, like jean shorts. That is what you have to wear. That's our dress code. And you have to wear a nice hunting jacket, like I said, preferably from the aforementioned companies that I've said before. The reason why you want your short shorts there, so short, is because you want your big sweaty ball sack slapping between your thighs to keep you from chafing up. That's the most important thing that you want. And it's also asserting dominance because nobody else is probably going to be wearing shorts as short as yours. So not only are you showcasing the goods in your butt and probably your leg hair, you're also letting all the other people around you know that you're the most dominant one in that area. So then you crack open a can of Bud Light. Now watch this social experiment. You drink it. Everybody else is now looking up to you as this figure, this beautiful, magnificent figure that can't do anything wrong, and they're gonna look for you for leadership immediately. Yes, remember, the more that you show, the more dominance you assert. That's all it is. And if another man that's up to you, that's attempting to kind of usurp your dominance, you have to smell his ass to see what he's cooking. And once you do, then you're able to actually beat him and usurp him because you'll know what he's all about. It's just simple. It sounds primitive, everybody. It sounds primitive, but that's how we have to work in this world. That's what it does. You wear the short shorts, you smell the other man's ass, and that's how you win. And then you offer him a can of Bud Light, and he'll offer you probably some meat from his barbecue. And you know what? At the end of the day, you came together as brothers, and that's what all that matters. And that is the most important thing about it. And this is where the power tools come in, because that's where your conversation is heading. You're probably talking about the game right now. Like, hey, how about that Tom Brady and those Tampa Bay Bucks? Huh? And then they start saying, well, you know, that Tom Brady, he's got more rings than he's got fingers at this point. And they go, ha ha, yeah. And they crack open a can and they say, yep, I tell you, man, this football these days, it's all one team winning every year. I swear back in my day, it's never been like this. And then they proceed to go talk about their other obscure football teams that they think are going to win. And then once they get bored about talking about the NFL Football Federation, they're going to start talking about college ball. And everybody knows when Senator Armstrong played college ball on Metal Gear Rising, you know, he could have joined the Navy, but that's a story for another day. He's also another manly, red-blooded American. That's one of the few things that video games have done right in the past decade. Senator Armstrong, getting him right. But as I said before, the deeper, yes, exactly. So this is where we're going into college ball, guys. You know what? All right. So for those of you that have no idea what the hell American football is, or what the hell college ball for the matter is, or if it's soccer, all you have to say is they ask you, what's your favorite team? Here are the teams you choose. There's 3 teams you choose. You either choose 1, the Florida Gators, because it's a Southern football team, and the Florida is in the South. And everybody likes the Gators for some reason, because nobody hates them unless you're from Texas, or unless you're from Ohio. Though that's okay to do. It's okay to do that. The second team, if you want to be pretentious, USC, University of Southern California. They're a private school. Oh yeah, the Buckeye. Fuck the Buckeyes. They don't matter at all. They don't matter at anything. Yeah, no. You don't care about them. This is why you keep going with this. So then you choose USC. You know, then the people in the Gators, you know what they would call you? The University of Spoiled Children. And then you say, well, why don't you tell that to my tailgate party, bro? You're stepping on the wrong turf. And then you're probably going to have to get into a drinking contest with them. But if you prevail, you've won some turf points for your fellow brothers. And that's manliness. Right there. Drinking yourself into a stupor. That's manliness right there. And then you probably don't even know what the hell you're doing with the rest of your day because you are just so damn drunk. But that's okay because you watched a ball fly up in the air and you saw a guy catch it. And it got kicked somewhere and then they gave a penalty flag for acting. I mean, not acting. They're falling on the ground in pain. Agony, for the matter. Now the third team. You know, if this was if this was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and I was still alive, I would have said the Notre Dame. But instead, you know what I'm going to have to say? Texas. University of Texas, unironically. Because University of Texas, yeah, they're okay. And that way it's from the Lone Star State. Or you could even use like Louisiana. Thank you for the clip of me smashing a Bud Light can on my head. That was nothing at all. I literally, you know, take it from me, Prince Reinhardt, you know, the most charismatic, badass leadership VTuber in the entirety of all of VTubing. I've done this stuff before. I've went to these tailgate parties. The only reason why you're getting Canadian vibes is because I will not lie. I am a Canadian VTuber, but I'm also American at the same time. But that's also you projecting your own insecurities onto me, showcasing you need to rub a ham and cheese sandwich all over your groin, absolute cheese. Sounds like you're not really ready to go with the brotherhood right now. That's what I'm getting from. And that's what matters the most. And this is where it comes down to. I've cracked open so many beer cans with my head. And look at me now. I'm a VTuber on the internet. I'm an anime character. Isn't that great? This is my kayfabe right here. This is it. My kayfabe. Let's give a cheers. Cheers to everybody in chat right now. Cheers. Cheers. Now, cheers. Yeah, let's get that cheers. Cheers for football. Football. Slapping another man's ass. Good job. I love it. Yeah, bro fist, everybody. Bro fist. You know what? Now we're gonna talk about non-man talk. Cheers, everybody. This is non-man talk now. So I just explained it. Also, speaking of, I actually there's a little bit of beer liquid right here on my desk. Let me slurp it up right now. Hold on. All right, you can remember, guys, don't waste anything. Don't waste any beer stuff, all right? Don't waste it. That was on my desk just now, and I slurped it up. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. No. You don't want to do that. Okay. So now we don't do idolatry. No idolatry. It's fine if you support your Oshi. Just buy them power tools and lumber. No, not a single drop ever should be wasted. No, this is the fifth one. So this is the fifth one. This is what we're going to do about the fifth right over here. Right here. Right here while I get my expressions in order. Okay. So this is the fifth one. Let's talk about this, guys. This is going to be a touchy subject. I tweeted about this just a moment ago. Of course it's expensive, cheese, because being a man these days is expensive. Of course it is. Yeah. Well, why don't you go buy yourself a hunting jacket and start chopping down your own trees? Become a lumberjack. Then you could live out in the bush and have flapjacks all day and sing songs of Paul Bunyan. Now that's a life worth living. You can do that in the Northwest or in Vermont. Flannel and a hunting jacket are interchangeable. Alright, let me tell you why that is. A flannel is typically... So flannel and a hunting jacket, in terms of the way how the actual fabric is. The Scottish, of course, brought over flannel to the United States and North America. And hunting jackets were made in flannel. And there's actually one of the most famous ones called the Mackinac Cruiser, which is made by Filson, they've been around since I think the late 1800s. And they were used for that specific purpose. Lodging, hunting, all of that. And you can get it in a multitude of colors. And that is where the original flannel came from. So there's a little history lesson on fabrics and stuff for all of you. And that's pure wool. Yeah. That's it. And that deserves another cheers. Cheers to hunting jackets. Now, the fifth one, what I was going to talk about. All right, guys. I tweeted about this. We call this submission. Submission to non-manly things. And this is my first one. Why are you going to call another VTuber a mommy? Why? Did she, like I said this before, did she fucking make you funfetti cake? Did you get a ham and cheese sandwich from her? Like, come on now. When has she done these things? Where's the funfetti cake? I'm asking, like, where is it? Thank you, Absolute Cheese, for the sub right over here, and to Kiki Chizu. Like, where's the goddamn funfetti cake and the fucking ham and cheese sandwich? Are you gonna call her mommy when she hasn't done that? Come on, have some standards. Have some damn standards right now. Like, when's the last time you went into a bounce house and you vomited everywhere? Did she do that for you? When? When has she done that? When has your VTuber mommy gone out of her way, got you a bounce house so you can vomit in with the rest of your friends that are probably over the age of 20 or even possibly 30? You ever go in a bounce house as a 30-plus-year-old? I sure haven't. I would love to. Mine, all the time. I don't have a VTuber mom me per se. I don't submit to anything, because that's kind of my shtick. It's my gig. I don't do anything like that. Like, when have you gotten your bounce house seat? Mommy burped me when I chugged down another. Yes, if mommy burps you when you chug out a 6-pack, and you're hearing this on the back, you can. You'd be in the rest of the weekend if you tried. And that's the most important part. Has your VTuber that you're calling, Mommy, please, oh God, oh, step on me, oh. No, it's Mommy, funfetti cake when is my birthday party? I must go watch sports ball while drinking Bud Light with the boys and periodically belch and suck. Have fun expounding on the ways of manliness. Thank you, Chill Pill VT. I will have a ton of fun. This is part of the experience. Do you see that? Do you see? We already have a learner right now. Yes. And I am playing lovemaking music by a saxophone in the background. You would probably find this in one of your favorite redacted type of movies you watch in your private time with Kleenex and lube. So what can I say? You can't get any better than that. You can't. What else do you want? And yeah. So this is it. This is it, right? So funfetti cake. Imagine watching it in your private time. I only watch it on the clock. Your bosses pay you for it. That's a manly move. If you can watch the stuff that gets you the lubrication sticky wickies, then you please do. Yes, sexy sax sounds is incredibly manly. Like, you gotta be asking, like, Prince, why aren't you, like, absolutely naked right now? Well, this music is kind of making me want to. Like, doesn't just this, like, send a chill down your spine? Doesn't it? I know my spine's getting chilled right now. And this is part of the other submission to non-manly things. And this goes with the mommy stuff, right? Do not call another VTuber mommy or tell her to step on you for that reason. Has she made you a ham and cheese sandwich? Has she made you funfetti cake? Has she pulled the fucking plug out from playing video games? Were you playing Madden and she told you, your VTuber that you're calling a mommy that you're like going nuts for, has she looked at you and said, I think you've played enough right now. I don't want you playing this stupid game anymore. Your brain's rotting. Has she pulled the fucking plug from it? No? Well, I think we've come to a problem, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's what a mommy would do. So why are you calling that VTuber a mommy? Or the and especially the funfetti cake. That's where I draw the line. Has she gotten that Pillsbury funfetti, cooked it for you, baked it in a fucking bunt cake, of all things? A bunt cake. Yeah, here, Ricare. That's a big problem. And you know what? I already feel the amount of testosterone rising in my blood right now. I'm about to, you know what? I'm about to go over, get in my lawnmower, and drive off and go sign up to some weird business. Because that's what it's making me feel right now. And here's another non-masculine thing. This is also this. This. The use of Twitter. Oh my god, can you believe this? Using Twitter. Can you imagine that? Using Twitter. Why would you ever use Twitter? Why? What's your purpose? Who the hell's using it? What, you think I use Twitter? Well, of course I use Twitter. You only use... Of course I use Twitter. But I'm also using it so I can send out the great message of being a man. That's the most important part about this, everybody. That's what we're doing here. I'm spreading awareness. That's what I have to do. What more do you want from that? I don't know. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter for a reason. Twitter is now turning into a blockchain advertisement. Do I have a beard? Now, here's my other lecture. Do I have a beard? Everybody, how much does it cost to join this manhood group? Ricare, it costs a power tool, can of Bud Light. Now everybody, this is all it costs. This is all it costs, Bud Light power tool. And as long as you send your Oshi power tools and lumber so that they can build their own do-it-yourself centers. They could even build their own chairs, their own tables. They could even make a stream out of it. Thank you, Rick Air, for the tier 1 sub. Guys, I have a confession. It's a great idea to join a beard. Unfortunately, I'm too baby-faced to join a... I have too much of a baby face to have a beard. I have too much of a baby face to have a beard. It's all patchy. It doesn't grow in right, unfortunately. Thank you for... Oh, the tier 3 sub to Nightbot. Oh my god, my favorite viewer. But that's okay. I make up with my facial hair for my armpit, leg, and nutsack hair. That's... You know what? It's okay, guys, because I condition my pubic hair, and I think that's the most important thing that we all need here. This is what we need to know. I have conditioned my pubic hair. And that's all that matters. It puffs up like nobody's business, so you know that my hair down there is hydrated. Should you just... Alright. Now you're asking, what do I do to condition the hair? And why you should you trim pubic hair? Oh, I'm not braiding it. I'm just freeballing it right now. Should you trim your pubic hair? This is the biggest thing ever. Asking to trim your pubic hair is asking whether you like the crust on your sandwiches or not. You decide. Do you like your crust on your sandwiches? Then keep your pubic hair. If you don't, well, trim it or get rid of it. That's all up to you. That's a question you should ask yourself deep down as a man. At least here in the hot as fuck Florida, trimming pubic hair is necessary to reducing swamp dick. Well, you know, Florida, of course, you get swamp dick. Same thing with Louisiana, you get Cajun dick. And in Texas, you get Lone Star dick. And in California, well, I don't know what the fuck you get. Ah, Yukime, you're a bitch. That's what you get. Yes, and that is the mark of a Florida man. I like the crust on bread, but I do not like the crust on pussy. I'll be fair not to make her crust on dick. You know, that's a good idea, Repult. Welcome, Yukime. We're talking about Bud Light, power tools, and that's the quality content we're here for. Yes, you are. That is why, this is why everybody's here for, so I can spit on them. That's the purpose. And that is Yukime, that is red-blooded power. You better believe that is. Remember, guys, speaking your mind. In California, you get the fire crotch. True, because the wilderness burns down. And then if you go up further in the northwest, then you get rain crotch. And the rain crotch is because it gets so wet over there. And that's all that matters. And then when you get into Canada, well, I mean, God forbid you... Yeah, oh yeah, you also get syphilis. You'd probably get more crabs than you do in the south. But that's what matters at the most. That's what we're here. That's why we're here. But like I was saying... Ah, yeah, Extra Prince. Yes, or Extra Peer. I remember you. Don't worry. I remember you. Oh, thank you. You love me. Fantastic. You don't get into Canada. Yes, you don't stay in Canada, folks. You leave. Canada, they call it the Great White North, but you know what? It's not as red-blooded as the Midwest and the South. That's why everybody needs to move to the Midwest and South. You don't go to any of the North or the North Carolina or the North Dakota. You go to the South Carolina and the South Dakota, and you buy yourself a nice old pack of flannel, hunting rifle, and some Bud Light and power tools and a barbecue, and you're set. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're extra's friend. Fantastic. You're here for my little thing on talking about how to be a man. Thank you for bringing friends over. That's the most important part. And so, never go to a North country because you're just gonna get a bunch of those city folk. But you can be a man with city folk. Don't check Twitter. Why am I not checking Twitter? Why are you asking me not to check Twitter? Wait, what's wrong with checking Twitter? What do you mean? Why can't I check it? Thank you, Jid, for the follow. Thank you. Oh my god, Hapney. Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. You think I'm gonna play a game that ruined my immersion by having Gyarados fly over like it's like some dumbass in the sky? A Canadian friend of mine went to visit her BF in the US for a month. That was like 8 months ago. She's now married and in the US. Do you see that, guys? Red-blooded Americanism. And here I am, sitting here coping that I'm Canadian, also American, at the same time. What more do you want from that? As you can see here... Oh, hey, thank you, Olay, for the follow. She's truly more American than most Americans? Oh, of course she is. She went to America. Well, congratulations to her. I hope she enjoys her first tailgating parties and smacking beer on her head. And also making... I'm asking, where's my funfetti cake, Reinhard? I'm not gonna give you a funfetti cake. I'll smack... You know what I'll do? Yeah, time out that bitch. Get him! Mods! Get him! Get him! Get him, mods! Get him! Get him! I'm not gonna make you a funfetti cake. Here's what I'll do. I'll take the batter of the funfetti cake and I'll say, wow, look what I'm making. And I'll shove your face into the batter and make you slurp it up through your nostrils. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what we're here for. Yeah, batter. Thank you. Yeah, that's what you deserve. Hydrate, please. Please, I'm begging you to hydrate. Yes, but no, unfortunately, I have a baby face, so I cannot have a beard. And now my next thing is what we're going to have to talk about in part of this lecture for being a man. Looking for deals and hydrate, please. Please hydrate. I'm begging you. Thank you for wasting your points on that. Looking for deals and utilizing coupons and sales. Okay, guys, I can't stress this enough. If you're not looking for deals, what's wrong with you? Deals are what matters most. You're going to your local mom and pop shop or Walmart and you're looking for a deal. Harbor Freight, yeah, Harbor Freight doesn't make that good stuff, but it's okay. You know what? when you think about tier lists for tool shops, it's okay. It's okay to go to the low stuff if it's not like mom and pop, or if it's kind of like, it's shit, but it works. Very true. That's kind of what I'm getting at. When you're going through this phase right now, what I'm talking about, and you're shedding everything else and jumping into a lake naked, you shed off your mortal coil and you realize, despite so-and-so shit, what I have to realize is at the end of the day, what matters is I go for anything that's a hobbyist store because all I want to do is save a quick buck so I can invest in it into some fine game meat. Prince, remember when we locked our teacher in the bathroom stall and burnt down a hospital? Are you sure that was us and not the Joker from Batman like Rises or whatever what that Batman was? It's actually really cheap, so it's totally fine for hobbyists. Yes, true, very true. Yeah, very true. So once you reach that point, you realize that's what matters the most. You're getting some tools for cheap, and if they have a sale, guess what? You just got the Cyber Monday deal. That's all. That's it. We were high school besties. Well, I know we were high school besties, but I think that you're letting your mind control over the movie that you watched. Do you not remember in film class when you watched the Batman Rises and you saw the Joker burn down the hospital? And you said that was so you. And I said, yes, that is you. Do them free flashlights? Yes. Oh, I love the free flashlights. Always have a flashlight, everybody. If you don't have a flashlight and you can't go out of your way and you can't get a flashlight like that, what's the point of it? Huh? What happens if the power goes out? You know what you have? You have your Bud Light can, you have your flashlight. Hope to God you don't have a Twitter account so you can tweet about it and go, help, help on Twitter. My power's out and I'm wasting battery. Oh, no, help me. Oh. No, you go into your pile of lumber and you build yourself a goddamn generator. You know that show MacGyver? There's a show called MacGyver where he could make anything out of anything. Imagine if you became like MacGyver and you made your own goddamn generator from scratch and then you got your house power back on. What is that? Prince, remember when you were playing Pokemon Heart Gold, I subbed, got, and beat my dad? Oh yeah, no, they were great times. I'm glad you did. See, generators are easy. That's why you build your own. Building our own generators. That's all that matters. You see that? We're already learning. We're learning so damn much right now. We're learning. And also, guys, next thing about this. This is the most important part. Farting in public. Do I rip ass or do I hold and clench my butt cheeks? Okay. Alright, guys. So the most important thing is, do you always... So you're in public. Do you crop dust? And here's my answer. When it comes to flatulence, burping, farting. You know, there's a saying, it's called whoever smelt it dealt it. The most masculine thing you could do is you fart and you blame it on another person as a joke because that's funny. And if they're getting upset about it, you take ownership. Or what you really do to be even funnier. This is like marking your scent and territory. You make sure you're either in an enclosed space like an elevator or surrounded in a group of people. You rip ass. I can't stress this enough. Yes, and if you're driving, you lock the windows. And this is even better too. If you just picked up fast food for whatever reason, let's just say like fast food, it smells like, I don't know, like you got like some kind of like a burger or something. And you had some terrible food pain the night before. You fart and it mixes with that food. And the people with you have not only taken up your scent, you've created this gag sensation in their throat. And now they're absolutely putrid about this. They don't know what to do anymore. Like, what are they going to do? Sniff the fast food and the fart? They can't save them. And you're also helping them too by being better people. That is really what it is. You clench the butt cheeks and then you rip the ass, because then the sound barrier will travel even further and you'll be able to let other people know that you're in the presence of a man. That is really truly a sign of beauty. I don't know what we could get any more with that. That's brings a tear to my eye. And the other thing too. So after that, farting in public, please do it. Be unapologetic. Announce that you ripped ass. Imagine, all right, and let me give you an example too. If you're in another Twitch stream, this is etiquette right here. This is what you type. Everybody, look at what I'm typing. Say, thank you for the stream. I just ripped ass right now, and it smells like old gravy and curdled baked. You'd let your streamer know. Thank you for the stream. I just ripped ass right now, and it smells like old gravy and curdled baked potato. That's what you tell them. And what more? How much more manly can you get than that? Come on now. I've done that in so many streams where I just even say something, and let me tell you, I get timed out immediately. And you want to know why they do it? Because they know I've already asserted dominance. I've already asserted dominance in the stream. Thanks for the ass, your and yes, you could even reword it like that. That's the perfect etiquette. And then they let you know, they know you mean business at this point. And make sure that you also buy tons of meat or hunt it yourself. Buying tons of meat on sale, hunting it yourself, that's being a man. You can't be a man more than that. That's why you're here. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to Meat. Shout out to Meat Cave. Shout out to Meat. She buys tons of meat and she has meat. So, you know, Meat's one step ahead of us, folks, and she's a cave woman. So that means she existed. See, look, she's technically our ancestor. So Meat, in a way, is prehistoric. And we're doing what our prehistoric ancestors... Girl got meat. Yeah, she does. She does. And you get lots of meat because it's not only making testosterone feel so much of your blood that you're probably going to get cardiac arrest or atherosclerosis from the fat buildup, because you're also incorporating Bud Light into that mix and probably farting and ripping a ton of ass. Another thing too is never apologize. Never admit you're wrong or ever tell anybody that you are wrong. You're always right. Everybody, this is from Prince Reinhardt to you as we end this lecture off. Never ever apologize. You're always right. I don't know how we can get anything more than that. That's really kind of it takes away from this. Somebody will call you a narcissistic pig. Well, guess what? How can you be a narcissistic pig when you're right? Somebody tells you that you got that math problem right. They're only wrong because they're probably a communist. Exactly. Exactly. Never apologize. Double down. Never apologize, everyone. And always carry yourself like this. Carry yourself as both public and private as same. You want to burp and fart in private? Do it in public too. I promise you it'll be pretty damn cool. Never apologize. You're always right. You're always right. They call you some chauvinistic playboy bitch. You know what you say? You rip ass and you say, ha! Yeah, okay. That's what it is about. So guys, this was my lecture on how to be a man. I hope all of you enjoyed it. Now, what I gotta do is we have to part now, because unfortunately, I have something that I have to do later. Because as a man, we all need a little love. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna raid off all of you guys into Bunzel. We're raiding into Bunzel, guys. Because Bunzel is a sad Canadian. And sad Canadians need love too. Tell Bunzel to buy a can of Bud Light. I hope all of you enjoyed this masculine manly stream. Kneel, Chads. Stay kneeling. And stay strong. Also, make sure to criticize Bunzel for playing a game that everybody else is playing. And that tell Bunzel that if he apologizes... But! Never mind. God damn it. No, hit fucker. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. He's raiding into us. Never mind. Okay, okay. Hold on. Hold the folks here. Welcome, Bunzel. Rest right when I was raiding into you. Right when I was about to raid into you, when I was done with my lecture of being a man. Okay, well, hold on a second. Well, enjoy this for a second, folks. We got counter-raided. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me summarize it for those of you that have not been here. I'm gonna give you guys what we were learning. So long story short, we were talking about this right here. Bud Light Power Tools. Make sure you have your Oshi. Never show idolatry to your Oshi. Have her make you a ham and cheese sandwich and make them buy you funfetti, birthday cake, bounce houses, and then you can call them mommy. No, I can't fish the fucking fisher. I just realized that. Yeah, shit. Never submit, never apologize, fart, rip ass in public, and remember, you're always right, you're never wrong. Cave lady woman ate meat, so buy lots of meat. Clench your butt cheeks and then fart afterwards so the velocity of the fart can travel. Follow this grind set and you'll literally win. As for picking on who I'm going to raid now, let's see. Who am I gonna go into? This is tough. Ooh, I know. We're gonna raid into Astra, actually. She's playing Pokemon. So we're gonna raid into Astra, guys. Thank you, by the way, for my late lecturer followers. Shoutouts again to Bunzel for coming into our Manly Man Badass stream. And I hope that you enjoyed that new meme game that everybody's playing. So we're gonna raid into Astra. She's playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. We accidentally groomed her into... Well, is that a good or a bad thing? Like, is that a good or a bad thing based on, like, your visual novel skills? See, he got the P-chan Gambit ending. Whenever I played VNs, I usually get the Tsundere girl first. And it's not to say that, like, not really to kind of credit myself as like, Prince likes Tsunderes. It's more or less is that I don't know, I guess my personality type, I feel like a Tsundere girl would probably like me more from all the VNs that I've played because I'm kind of a poo-poo head. I'm a meanie pants. Gale, Tsunderes are only shit because you think they're being mean 90% of the time, but you can't read them 10% of the time. You're not following the man grind set that I just gave out. If you did, you would appreciate them just a teensy bit more. But the real winners, honestly, the real winners are fucking office ladies. And it doesn't matter what personality they have, they always win. And we're rating Astronomy, everybody. Thanks for coming out to the Manly stream. Neil Chads, please, enjoy. Hags, yes, they're great. 10 out of 10. Enjoy Astra, guys. Thanks for coming out this. I will give you guys a special event in the next coming days. I will be having a co-streamer with me here. So enjoy. There's going to be a lot of fun to be had. And it's going to be a lot of grind sets going on. So have a good time, everybody. Shoutouts to everybody. Enjoy Astra. Later, folks.